The Conceited Knowbody. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m.
What up? We back with another episode of the best podcast you've ever heard of, the Conceited Knowbody. This is episode 96. You already know how we do. Kicking off to a good start on this ridiculously warm Tuesday. I'm looking at the fucking I'm looking at the title of the show, and I'm so glad I get to edit this motherfucker. I legit put fuck cancer. I try to put fuck cancer. I don't know how I can't spell cancer. Man. Look, hey, we're gonna kick this off, man, before we get into our usual shit. Honestly, an important shout out. Our former co-host, Corey, this is GQ Fresh. He had a tremendous loss in his life today. He lost somebody remarkably close to him. I think that it's as close as a person can get to you on this earth. He lost his mother. I'm imagining it took place yesterday. He made the post on Instagram. Very disheartening. Me and Asad, we had a conversation off the air talking about how we would hate to lose our mother. I always say that's like something I try not to imagine. Like it's something that I don't even like cross my mind, and that's one of them. Definitely want to send a shout out to Corey. He rocked with us for a long time. I really don't know what to say. Just our condolences, our sincere condolences, going through something that you don't want to see anybody go through. It kind of leaves speechless, and he said she passed away from cancer. He put the hashtag fuck cancer on there to let us know it's terrible what happened. Also, it's crazy because like just on the heels of that news, I heard that a good buddy of my mom, man, a good buddy of mine passed away. Also, ironically, of cancer. Terry T-Lo Hayes. I met him, man, about 20 years ago, like almost exactly 20 years ago. Cool. Like I don't even really know where to begin, because T-Lo, he meant a lot more to me than a lot of people think or know. We had some times together and stuff that was never really talked about. He just had a birthday on the 30th. I hit him up with his birthday, told him happy birthday. Like I had 3 conversations with him last. Remember we were going to record that song with Tyron, and Tyron couldn't because he had to shoot up the Fort Wayne. Yeah. This is when he had got rid of it and it went to remission. I was blessed to have a conversation with him. The last 2 interactions we had was over text, but before that I had an actual conversation with him, and I'm gonna say I was blessed, man, because it was a good conversation. He was upbeat. This was maybe a month ago. He was really upbeat, man, considering the circumstances. When you know somebody faces something as traumatic as he was, because it was, I think it's stage 4. Well, of course it was stage 4. But when you talk to somebody, man, who basically life is on the line, man, it's hard to figure out what to talk about. At no point did we talk about his illness or anything like that. I could hear the strain in his voice, and it was like he was kind of struggling to talk, but his spirits was extremely high. It was just like talking to regular T-Lo. If you knew T-Lo, you know how he was. Real talkative, real argumentative, real opinionative, but he always had a super big heart. And we talked, we had our conversation, and before we got off the phone, I asked him, did he mind if we prayed together? So we prayed together, man, and I told him I love you. He said he loved me, and the conversation ended. I'm grateful to the Most High that I met T-Lo. Fantastic dude, and I'm not the type of person to make things up just because somebody passed away. He truly was somebody special to me, somebody who I truly adored, and Another thing that stick out to me is like I remember my brother passed away. He didn't make it to the funeral. He had called me. Like I remember I was riding. It's certain instances in my life, man, where I can remember exactly where I was at. I always say this. Like I can remember exactly where I was at when things took place, like for special conversations or conversations stood out. And I was riding in my mother's house in Anderson, and he called me. And I could tell it's crazy because how life go around in circles. The same way he was gauging my conversation was kind of like how I was gauging his when I called him, when I hadn't talked to him for a while, when I found out he was sick. Like I'm trying to figure out a way in without being sort of intruding. And I feel like that's how he was gauging me. And once he felt that I was in a comfortable place to talk, we talked like it was just normal things. And then he said the good things about Sean that I knew he was sincere saying. So it's just odd that now I got to say similar things about him. But the main thing I want to say is I pray that the Most High give him safe travels. I pray that they comfort his, like the Most High comfort his daughters, his family. Like he got a daughter, man, like young girls and stuff who always adored him. Like I remember like sitting up at the studio, how they would just hang all over him. And I know they're gonna miss him. I know his family gonna miss him. Shout out to his mother, his father, shout out to Tyron, Pat, Too Cold, and the rest of the family who I'm not mentioning. T-Lo is a straight up real dude. And it's a tough loss. But I always say that when we view loss, we view it from a selfish standpoint. Like I said that it was bad news today. He was in actuality struggling with cancer. And for a vibrant person to see him down, it's weird. Like when you see somebody usually being the life of the party or being the most active, it's stunning. And so when I say it's a bad thing or it's a loss, that's from a selfish perspective. Because once you leave here, you immediately, in my mind, in a better place. He don't have cancer anymore. He's not subject to the ills of this world. And I always think about in the scriptures and stuff in the book of Isaiah, or it may be a Psalm, I can't remember, I had to go look it up. But it said that sometimes the Most High take people young just so they don't see the ills of the world to come. That's comforting for me. And another one, Revelation 21:4, where it talks about in the new world there'll be no more crying, no more death, no more sorrow. And those aren't things that just comfort me out of the necessity of being comforted. It's something that I actually truly believe. And I pray that the Most High have mercy, not only on him, but all of us. We got lost in the sauce in this captivity. Sometimes we think we walking straight, we walking completely backwards. And I know that he's a merciful Elohim, and I just pray that I get to see him in the kingdom. But I don't want to put Corey to a side note. Like I elaborate on my relationship with T-Lo. We had a personal relationship, but I do want to just let Corey know that he in our prayers too. It's tough, man, to kick the show off like that. We gotta be aware of our health though. I tell people all the time, man, that I don't think that there's a disease on earth that can't be cured. A lot of people hold that sentiment and they base on their study of Dr. Sebi, but my ideology comes from anything that a man can fix. You know what I'm saying? I believe that all these diseases are man-made. We know that just from general food consumption, it's like some of the ingredients in the foods they cause cancer. Whether it's in the lab rats they tested in or just people who consumed a certain amount of these foods. So we just gotta be mindful, man. T-Lo has just turned 42. That's young. I remember I said 42 was ancient. But it's like we designed to die with the things, you know, they try to set us up to be dependent on their facilities and things like that. But we just gotta be more mindful of what we put into our body. And in any event, make sure you tell people how you feel about it. Because me and Asad also had a conversation talking about how everything just seemed, you said go so fast. You said it's crazy, and the older you get, man, it's like the more you're gonna see that'll break your heart. You see, the older you get, the more people you see leave. So it's crazy, the dynamics of life. But again, shout out to them. Safe travels. May the Most High have His angels guard you and guide you to the next life. And as y'all rest with our fathers, I pray to see y'all again soon. On to something less somber. Let's welcome back our co-host, the world traveler, the world famous. I think Asad been in at least 20 counties this year.
Might be.
He world renowned.
County boy.
He just come back from his we got family reunion.
ATL. Family reunion.
What's been going on with you?
Yeah, we traveling. Going to Atlanta was cool. It's always worse when you get there. But it's always good when you leave. So yeah, you did something positive with family. You was able to see some people. It lets you know how old you really are. Just because you're 33, whatever, 43, 53. It's not until you see people that you know are way younger than you, being the main people in the family, you know, being the ones driving, doing cool things, graduating from high school. So it's that time, man. But always stay involved. I mean, I don't know how many families still do family reunions. I would have to say isn't it getting more rare?
That family reunions don't happen. Yeah. I don't hear about too many.
So in the day and age of social media, I feel like I would see a lot more of those with the shirts on. Everybody can match the shirts.
Yeah, see, it's man, my coach homeboy had a family reunion the other day that we went to. And man, he was so shitty cause, you know, it's just like, you know, motherfuckers just wasn't like, you know, like they seen each other in a while, just enjoying the event, I guess, you know what I mean? Everybody just, you know, the nigga was like, man, these are grateful ass motherfuckers. And he was like, hey, if ain't nobody happy, y'all take y'all ass home.
No one family reunions probably having fun than ones with kids in the NBA or something like that.
Yeah, he was salty.
I was going to be the least accomplished person at the family reunion when they asked about jobs and shit.
Yeah, I felt that while I was there a little bit.
You felt that?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
don't ask me what I do. Hey, what you do? Don't.
I'm in between jobs.
There you go.
I'm gonna tell you though, man. The only time you feel like that, I'm gonna tell you, man. You my nigga. That's when you judge yourself by other people's standards. If you just going by your own happiness, man, like if you just smiling and shit, walk to the family reunion, smell like reefer, and then everybody start talking about jobs, it just kill your high. Like isn't that? I think, man, you don't think that some unhappiness, not yours in particular, but people's, is attributed by the standards that other people have, and they apply that to themselves.
Sometimes, yeah. But for me, I feel like it's where I want to be.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Like it really is, because anytime I'm where I want to be, whether it's a good place or a bad, I'm cool. There's been times, I mean, staying with family reunions, you go back 4 or 5 years, I pull up, I'm cool because I had a blunt and I had a car. Look, I'm all right. I'm exactly where I need to be, you know, and I was happy about it. But
you got to kick it though with Elias, man. Shout out to your son, man. He easily got to be the coolest dude in Richmond.
Can't be no single parent. Huh? That's one thing I learned. I couldn't be single parent. If it was, look, I don't know how single parents do it.
What do you mean 2 weeks?
You don't think I was like, what?
You don't think you can take care of your son by yourself?
I know I could do it. But I'm saying from the front end of, if I had to choose, that is not the route I'm choosing.
So you just good with getting some time?
No, not that. I'm saying I don't want to be no single parent.
Yeah. That's what's up though, man. Every time you get kicked with Elias, man, I can dig that, man. Elias is a cool dude. I seen y'all was going sightseeing and stuff. You out there like a tourist.
Man, I had to. Every day I had to wake up and think about what we gonna do.
Hey, you had to live. You felt like you had to live up to something.
We just couldn't sit there and just do what I do.
Man,
We had to be
And
active.
they would have ended with him smoking a blunt.
He was the whole day.
Started and ended on the same.
Hey man, how old Eli's got to be to smoke reefer around you?
He's got to have kids.
You got, damn, that old? Hold on, let me get teenage pop. Let's get this. You really believe that? He got to have children. You won't let him get high with you when he's 16?
Nah, he ain't smoking with me when he's 16. When he become independent. he
What's
can.
wrong?
I ain't
What's wrong
never-
with just in this particular situation? What's wrong with reefer? Marijuana. Just sticky.
Yeah,
icky.
that shit can slow you down. If you ain't like, it can make you relax away.
It's like having candy before you eat your dinner.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ruin your appetite.
Yep, that's exactly what
So the same standards that you hold him up to, you don't hold yourself to. Because if it can cause an ill,
Son, I'm
why
in
would
this
you
hole.
do it?
I don't need you joining me. You keep on going. He want to know why I climbed out. I'm taller than the hole.
I'm chilling down
Like,
here.
look, I'm chilling down here. Don't let this be your mistake just because I stopped here.
Hey, you can jump over this
You stopped
motherfucker.
somewhere else.
You really jump over this motherfucker if you won't. It ain't too much going down here.
But realistically, when I feel like he's involved with it or he's experimented with it.
I feel like at that age it would, but like once you learn how, like at this point, I feel like we ain't gonna like smoke and not go to work. Like you ain't gonna smoke and then not do what the fuck you gotta do. You feel
They
me?
gonna smoke though. This generation coming up is
Man,
gonna
it's like
smoke.
my
It's gonna be
homeboy
legal.
little brother, man, he be stuck.
Yeah,
You said who?
He be
Mike.
James.
Okay.
His little brother, man, he be stuck. I'm talking about stuck.
That's what's up, man. Recap the weekend, man. We did a little comedy show. Shout out to Anderson Blake Expo. I ain't even go out to the park. I only messed with the little comedy show on Friday. It was less than stellar. The crowd was less than stellar. The turnout. Shout out to Ray Walker. He trying to get it cracking. I be trying to tell people, man, y'all gotta promote. People underestimate the value of promotion and the value of promoting from within.
Yeah.
You gotta use your hometown to win your hometown. I always tell people you gotta win at home first. He had T. Ray Sanders there. He is pretty funny, man. Nigga comedian. You know, he's funny within a certain demographic, but the demographic was set for him. I hosted. Shout out to Steve. Steve versus Bowman. Meet the Browns. He did you get a chance? Y'all didn't even watch it when I posted this, y'all.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't check it out.
I started to. But
Steve, he went up there and he did his best. He gave a gallant effort. He gave it his best shot. The crowd was less than enthused. It seemed to be at a comedy show.
Like they was there just to be here.
Hell yeah. It's like, it was dead as shit. So I won't even hold Steve to the same level of accountability I held Bryce to at the boxing match when he proceeded to ask the young lady the legendary line, have you ever fucked a pit bull? That is the epitome of, I don't know what the fuck else to say. I'm going to see that video. Shout out to Bryce. Bryce lucky I'm not a cold motherfucker because I never just showed everybody that video.
Yeah.
But Steve, he went up there, man. It's like, I've never seen somebody do so much for a laugh.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I get it, man. It was like a visionary just throwing the fuck out of her hips. And she ain't got no hips in the strip club. And everybody just standing back looking appalled.
I've seen some girls like that at strip club.
So you can identify with the sentiment
Fuck the
that I'm
bars. The
trying to.
longer they go, the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to my dollar. Because now you really ain't gonna get it.
Can't look at her.
It's sad. It's like shit.
Hey, matter of
She
fact, what
realized
you say, Julie?
So you can't look at her in the eyes.
It was like walking past, like driving past a nigga on the corner of the interstate.
Oh,
And-
man, he ain't got no
and
legs.
I was,
He's looking at you like,
I wanted to shoot Steve. I wanted to shoot him because he didn't know he didn't understand the level of what the fuck was happening. But
you understand
again,
the magnitude
Yeah.
of the situation.
we know that Steve a funny person.
Yeah, he did.
I told Steve though, you gotta adapt. You gotta have adaptability. You can't just go into every fucking crowd with the same kind of material. That's how come it's important to be socially aware of what's going on, so you can adapt to the crowd. He showed no versatility. He could jump. if I was like him to somebody in the NBA.
I'm watching this motherfucker as soon as I get home.
Dwight Howard.
No, because Dwight Howard can play defense too. Antonio McDyess, somebody who once he tears his knee, his meniscus, it's a wrap. That's what Steve was like. It's like you make that nigga go left and shit. He don't know what the fuck. He gonna panic and pass the ball. But it's a learning experience. I definitely look forward to Steve doing
Got
better.
paid. That's all that matters.
If Asad was writing the book, he got paid. In the book of real life, he was a fool for free.
Hold on, man. Nah.
Oh shit! It was a good time though, man. The host got paid. That's what was a good time. And the host had IHOP money. But no, it was a good time, man. Shout out to Ray. Look forward to him putting together the next one. He got to learn how to use his resources. Anderson is a very resourceful town. Not even Anderson, but just the people who come from Anderson. Very resourceful. You fuck with Export all? You fuck with kickback. He dials me for the kickback. He's always supposed to come, and he was supposed to because Jermaine was not supposed to be a fish out of water. You was supposed to bring a playmate. You dissed me.
I feel like a motherfucker.
You dissed me. But it's alright. You say you fuck with that kickback?
Yeah, man.
What was it like?
Yeah, man, it was great.
What Garrison doing?
Man, chilling.
He's chilling. Yeah. Smooth. What you say? Smooth dude doing meat. That's what he's telling me.
The kids, man, he done chilled out. He don't be, doing that high shit.
I don't know that Gears that you about to explain.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that Gears.
Man,
I know Gears at 2:00 in the morning calling me, hey Don, they trying to arrest me. I know that Gears. Go down to Bloomington and shit, get pulled over with a pistol. But that's the extent of his ignorance. I don't want to know about none of this other shit. I don't know that Gears. But no, you said it was cool though.
Yeah.
I wanted to go down to the park, man. Shout out to Jimmy, my brother-in-law. You know Mari's pops.
Yeah.
He beat the brakes off somebody at the Expo Sunday.
For real?
Jimmy about to turn 60 in next month. A while ago, I got to preface this story. Once upon a time, Jimmy had an issue. He take his car to a particular garage to get worked on. He had an issue with the dude who lived next door to the garage. And some white dude put a pistol out on him. Yeah. Jimmy go to the law, as you should when you that old. Jimmy they go to the court proceeding. Jimmy get this is the shortest version. Jimmy get a restraining order against him. Strangely, as life has it, you run into people in strange places. This white dude was at the expo.
Come on, man.
This has to be divine. This has to be a gift from Yahuwah. This has for this white man to be at the Black Expo,
same dude,
doing his release work, cleaning up. So he kept walking past, antagonizing Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy said something to the effect of, "He's not supposed to be around me. He has a restraining order."
Yeah.
He just get muddled right here from my interpretation, but they get he say some shit. He don't know that this motherfucker got a restraining order, so automatically he think Jimmy's a hoe.
Yeah.
He don't know that Jimmy used to just fight for the most ignorant reasons and shit in his prime. And everybody has one great fight left in them. Everybody got one, and this was that one great. Said he had blood on his shirt. Said he beat the brakes off of him. I wish I'd have seen that. And I'm glad I just heard about it, because if I'd have been there, I'd have volunteered to whoop that white boy had. And I'm too old to be fighting, so Jimmy, he's out here leaving me no hope. I don't know when it stops. Now I feel like I gotta fight when I'm 60 and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when it stops.
Damn, he watched it.
Man, he said he what? Blood in him. He said, white boy said, who in the hell left the gate open? No, but he watched him, man. I'm gonna have to holler at Jimmy. I ain't got to talk to him yet.
I got that shit on wax.
Man, that's what me and Maurice was talking about at the time of social media. Ain't nobody recording this shit. Ain't no blue cameras flickering and shit on the poles and shit.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
But yeah,
recording this shit.
It's crazy to have a restraining order. Like somebody got a restraining order against you and you still get whooped by them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. But if I'm glad that Jimmy came out here unscathed, said that whole time he was fighting, his curl didn't move. So he just blew in the wind elegantly as he whooped his ass. Shout out to Jimmy, man. He don't listen to this podcast, so I can say this. They're gonna have a surprise birthday party for him for his 60th birthday. I'm definitely gonna be there. It's crazy how much Morris remind me of his daddy, man. What else happened this weekend? Ain't nothing. Pop off.
Man, how much is this? Oh, man.
Fuck the weekend, man. We got to.
4th of July bullshit. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like,
That's our freedom, man.
oh, that bullshit.
Here go this-
Stepping on the flag.
Here go this heirloom shit. Here go this heirloom shit.
What other country's gonna give us the opportunity that this country has given us?
What I'm doing the country giving you?
Has any other country said, hey, we'll adopt you all? Y'all being so mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Not one country, not Africa. They ain't even say, look, if y'all bring all the rappers with y'all, we'll take
Africa
y'all
continent.
back. Yeah, I know, but we psychologically conditioned to just call it one. You know, nobody's asking. Not even Mexico, not even saying trade with us. Mexico just coming over, stepping over us on their way to their trade. This is all we got. So where y'all niggas going, man? Emancipation Proclamation. We're gonna stay right here on these plantations.
It's crazy though that you mentioned that though, because that's the ideology that a lot of people got. It made me think about the OJ video. OJ started tripping. Killer Uncle OJ. I was like, oh, I'm Uncle Juice. That's Uncle Juice, man. He's extremely. He's like a hell of a role model. He like Nat Turner who got away. You know what I'm saying? That's Nat Turner who went there smashing white folks and got away. Uncle Juice is on there playing golf, and he made mention of the Colin Kaepernick thing that he had with the Bessie Ross flag.
Oh yeah, what was he saying about?
He said that people saying that, because anybody know anything, that's just the original. It was 13 stars against the 13 colonies.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure it has some numerology called shit targets at 13, because 13 is good on the left hand side. I mean, it's bad on the left hand side, cool on the right hand side. I mean, they got double meanings to that number. And being that this country was founded by Masons, I'm sure that they had the number 13 for a particular reason.
Yeah.
Aside from that, he was just saying that, because what the fuss was is a lot of so-called racial or white supremacist groups is using the 13 stars of the 13 colonies flag, the Bessie, whatever the name is, as a symbol of their movement. OJ said that he can't let hate win, and that this country was formed by that flag. So it's all what you give power to.
Yeah.
If you say this is racist, then it's racist. You say this is empowering, then it's empowering. It's all symbolism, and it's some bullshit that it's crazy that people let it bother them to the extent that it does.
Yeah.
But he said what he said, and it made me think back to the Colin shit. We talk about Colin so much, man. I'm really over him. But did y'all see how Nike got? We just was talking about like it's a game. Nike had $3 billion in boosting their revenue after they pulled that shoe. You didn't see that? When they pulled that shoe, they said they had a $3 billion increase in their revenue.
It was significant. I don't remember the number, but I watched the show late. But I looked it up, and that's what they said.
That shit is fucking
It worked well. It worked really well for them.
And like, I'm not even gonna pretend I understand that one. Like, I don't understand like what, like how, but he understands it, cause he's not doing these things for no reason.
Yeah, no.
I'm not trying to disrespect his mental capacity, but he's not a financial analyst. He's not the kind of person who does things to provoke, you know what I'm saying, financial things. Somebody tell him you should speak out against this. Because like I said, he got handlers. He got people telling him what to do, when to do it and shit. And it's not like he's completely complicit to it where he's in on it. But he seems to be the type that's, you know what I'm saying, vulnerable to want to be accepted.
Yeah.
He was a mixed person, who so-called mixed person. He grew up with a white family. I don't give a fuck. He probably never felt accepted in that family, but he never felt so-called black enough.
Yeah.
So it's like he in the middle and shit, and he don't know what the fuck to do. He gets the braids first, you know what I'm saying? And so it's easy to control somebody like that, because at the end of the day, on every level, everybody want to be accepted.
Yeah.
How far you willing to go to be accepted is a different thing. In this situation right here, I think he really think he's doing some righteous shit. But he's a puppet. He's a pawn. Colin Kaepernick don't come to me up as a strong leader, somebody who take charge and make big decisions. But I think that he has people around here who manipulate him to their benefit. I could be wrong. He could be some nefarious fucking Illuminati shot caller and shit. He might kill Reebok. But I just don't get it, man. I don't understand it.
You can sell a product that speaks to both sides of controversy. You can get money from both sides. Like, a nigger could be sold, you know, as a slang between two people that are cool with each other.
Why everybody try to
and
copyright
as a
name?
slur. Because if you put, I mean, how many people bought the shoe because they wanted to realize that Colin is against it? So, okay, I'm going to get it anyway.
But they recalled the shoe. They took the shoe off the market.
They stopped sending them out. They didn't bring them back. They said so many had already been gone.
But I got $3 billion. $3 billion. I'm trying to figure that out.
But I think it's one of them things where
man.
here come a nice shoe in general. Everybody's waiting for it's 4th of July. Your time is around that year. You say you're going to release, then you say recall coming. First thing everybody's going to do is go get that shoe before it's gone. It's rare. But you don't recall it immediately. You say recall it in a couple of days. You shut down your online. But by then, you know, the consumers who know that they can flip it for a profit have already bought how many because they know they're going to stop making it. These are exclusives now.
And they went on eBay and was selling for like 4 racks.
Probably so, yeah.
I gotta stay on top of this shit, man. That could have been a way to quit my job.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have bought 10 pair of them shoes.
Colin bought some shoes and put them on eBay.
On everything. On everything.
Let's stop. You know,
It's a hell of a hustle, man. It is what it is, man. Like I say, I consciously like have to try to make myself not be offended and shit, because I still got the triggers in me. It's just I try, like, I'm conscious of them. Like, if I'm a crackhead, I don't go nowhere near crack houses. You know what I'm saying?
and then for it to be a capitalistic world, you gotta have triggers.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to capitalize off something.
do.
You know, if it's a game and everybody out here playing the game like Kawhi Leonard, no triggers. He ain't about to make no money. You can't judge where he's gonna go. You know, he ends up at the Clippers. You know, you just can't judge somebody or predict what they're gonna do if they ain't got no triggers.
Kawhi Leonard is a little bit more diabolical than we thought, which I'm glad you mentioned him.
Not too much, though. I think he's just straightforward.
Kawhi Leonard is a bit more diabolical than I thought. I can't speak for everybody. I said last week on the show, I called him a diva. I thought he was just sitting out for the free agency just to be the last nigga, just to drag it out. I had no idea that he was negotiating Paul George's trade. That's what I mean by diabolical. And I'm not saying that like in a fucked up way, I'm just saying that he's cunning. You know what I'm saying? He's a coon. And if y'all never knew where that term came from, coon, it's because they thought black people was sneaky and they likened them to coons, to raccoons. You know, raccoons be garbage cans like they sneak with a little shit on their eye. That's where the term coon came from. And Kawhi's a coon. The NBA free agency. I think this is probably the most. I'm glad you're here, so you're my basketball expert. It was tough as hell talking to Joe Cool. Shout out to Joey Cool. He lead with his bullshit and shit every conversation. Do you think that this free agency period is probably the biggest one as far as hype that you've ever seen? Or you can recall?
Yeah, it's the biggest one in terms of hype because of not how many people switch teams, but the positions that these players were in. Like, KD left a team that should have won the finals had everybody been healthy. You know, Kawhi left a team that did win the finals. AD got his wish after sitting out all these years. DeMarcus Cousins is going to go back to LA. Now he's about to hit that Carmelo circuit. That's what he's about to do, the Carmelo circuit.
Carmelo was washed.
Can't play, but Was he? Was he? Nah,
Carmelo was washed.
I don't think he was washed. I just think.
Let me ask you this. Carmelo, can he defend anybody?
I wouldn't know because I never.
Have you ever seen Carmelo defend anybody? Come on, man.
Nah, that's not his strength.
Okay. Hold
So
on,
then
hold on.
why are we trying
Hold
to
on.
make that
Hold
the
on,
highlight
hold on,
of his demise?
Because this is, okay, now la, relax. Can he still get by anybody one-on-one like he used to?
Not like he used to. So,
Is he the person who can just get his shot off like he used to?
yeah,
You think he can?
Yeah.
Would you run off of Carmelo?
as a third option.
You gotta
Think
think,
he get off?
in this, hell
He's
no.
no slower than Kevin Love.
Kevin Love
still-
6'10". Kevin
Carmelo
Love is built for this
6'10".
type of NBA though.
Carmelo-
Kevin Love's strength has never been beating you off that first set. I always said at one point in time,
Boys
Carmelo
still
had the
catch
best
and
first
shoot.
set by Saul. When do you see Carmelo just play a catch and shoot type game?
Neither did Chris Bosh, but when you on a
We're
team
not talking
that
about Chris Bosh,
demands
man.
it, I know. what I'm
And Chris
saying
Bosh
is-
was younger. He was
Okay,
younger when he was
younger.
doing this. Carmelo's 35.
And I'm saying, okay, now he is, but he been getting played the last 2-3 years. He had something in the tank. There was just no situation that brought him in.
My thing is, I said, is he washed now?
Not really. He can still,
He can still work.
he can still contend on a playoff team. He
What
about to
team would you
come
put
off
Carmelo on right now?
the Sixers.
You put him on the Sixers?
Spread the floor, shoot. I mean, the worst he can still give you on a closeout. He can still beat the dude off. You throw it, Ben Simmons to Embiid, they double team. You kick the Carmelo, you close too hard. He can get you on that first step. Hell, I can get you on that first step. Take it to the rim, put it up against the glass. And he ain't got to defend that great. You got the two big boys behind you. You got Tobias and Simmons up front. You can. There is no shooting on that team. JJ Redick gone. Butler's gone. Plug him in. Or LA, where he's trying to get to.
Kawhi Leonard, a career
So yeah.
34% three-point shooter. 34% from the three-point. That's his career. His last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His last 6 years in the NBA, shot 44, 43, 43, 40, 40 from the field. Carmelo days as a fucking efficient shooter are numbered. I would love to see him get that chance at Philly or even come off the LA bench. But if I'm a general manager, I'm not looking for. I'm going to get somebody younger. There's a Kelly Oubre's out there.
Yeah,
Trevor Reeves is still out there. It's younger people who viable. Right now, Carmelo's getting tryouts and shit based off his name. If his name was Carmelo Anthony, he'd be somewhere in the big three. He'd dominate. I like Carmelo, but I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get back to this race. Speaking of Carmelo, he just got caught on the yacht with a bitch and Lala about to give him the boot.
Yeah.
Legend. That's what they say. I can't
Yeah,
confirm this shit.
allegedly.
But the thing is, he gotta regret even marrying her.
Man, why you say that?
Because I think that she's the primary reason he didn't go to Miami with LeBron. Had he went to Miami with LeBron and not let her talk her into going to New York, let her talk him into going to New York playing for the Knicks, Carmelo would be in a whole different discussion than he's in right now.
And that would change the market for him. Which is why I said it's not his skill set.
Yes, the fuck is, because that shit happened 10 years ago, nigga. What we talking about happened, what,
They would give him
2012?
respect.
Come
They
on,
would be
man.
signing him the way they do Rondo. Like,
I totally
they just
agree.
respect him as.
But the thing is,
elder.
Rondo is viable for this
Jared
NBA.
Dudley gets a contract with LA.
Jared
You
Dudley,
call
but Jared
Rondo.
Dudley play defense and talk shit to the media.
He can come off the bench and play defense too.
I hope Carmelo gets signed, and I hope that he don't ride the bench that gets the title. I hope he comes in and get key minutes and contribute.
He's gonna be killing people at the YMCA, bro. For the next 20 years, bro. Have y'all seen the workout? He be killing.
He be tricking us. He put that hoodie on and we think he doing some shit. He ain't doing shit. But out there hooping with a hoodie. Hoodie Mello was cool as fuck for
Hoodie
something.
Melo?
He tricked us. Hoodie Mello tricked us. He's washed. He's washed.
Cause he gonna be killing the RZA for the next one.
They want him in the big three.
Yeah, I know he regret that he didn't go to Miami. What was the biggest signing for agency to you?
Man, that'd be Kawhi, man. Just cause, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I ain't. Just cause I ain't, you know, shit, motherfuckers ain't know nothing about the Paul George shit either. So that was like, what the fuck?
That, what you think was the biggest one?
That'd be Paul. I was gonna say Paul George.
I'm talking about signing. I think
Oh,
Paul
you
George
said,
was the biggest move overall.
I see. And it might be.
But I think the best signing was definitely Kawhi. The most shock. I mean, I didn't know if it was shocking, but
I think it's cause that
I
Paul
knew
George,
he was
like
going to
you
LA
said,
Clippers.
like
You
when they
did.
had-
I just didn't know how it was gonna. I figured he was gonna go back to Toronto and then wait for the Supermax to become eligible for him and then go to Clippers. I just couldn't see him playing in LA with LeBron. It just,
I definitely knew that
and
wasn't
there
right.
it didn't work. But I like the Kemba Walker signing.
What does he bring to Boston?
He's
Yeah.
coachable. He's coachable. That's the key. And he's still got the
Oh,
playmaking
so how is he
ability.
coachable? Like, where have you seen him being? Like, when you say coachable, when has he been at a point in his career where his coachability or his ability to be coach was in question?
Villanova.
For one, he fucked because he went to UConn.
Or they silver and blue, and it's all the same.
So you just saying some typical ass
Nah,
media
but
white
he-
boy shit.
nah,
He coachable. That's some white boy shit.
It is. But I coach, and I can tell you, when it comes to a point guard control, he's got the
when you say
Dame
that,
Lillard.
it's
Watch-
like go ahead.
Watch him play. He don't. His move. He's Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, Kemba Walker, similar.
Oh fuck.
When they, in terms of this aspect of, when there's a play, the object is to get to the rim in the least amount of dribbles and steps. They don't do a lot. They hold the ball.
Harden.
Huh? You said Harden?
He's gonna take 20 steps, no dribbles.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Him and Kyrie, they do too much.
Wait a minute, so-
They do too much to get
when
the
you
same
say,
shot
when you
off.
say Kemba's coachable as a replacement going to Boston, or you said that Kyrie's not coachable?
System player, maybe.
Or you
A
said
better
Kyrie's not
system
coachable?
player. Nah, Kyrie's what I would call, and it's still the white boy lingo, but you call it uncoachable because he's got the talent to do extra shit and still get the playoff. But you don't want all that extra shit. You just want somebody that's
when
going
has he had a coach that reels him in and cultivates what he can?
LeBron gave it to him, and all he had
And
time
so
to do was step back and
was he
fire.
coachable then?
Nah, but he's big brother mentality. It's like Kanye West with Jay-Z. It's like, dude, that's a hot line, but not on this track. Hold
like
that
that
beat,
shit.
Kanye.
I don't like that coachable shit, man.
I know, it's a hard word to hear, but what I really,
It make it seem like
better system player.
y'all make it sound like
Kimba
Isaiah
fits.
Ryder.
Kimba fits. He's
We
not
never
gonna
seen
dribble out the
Kimba.
ball.
This is the thing, we never seen Kimba have to play with other stars. So we're gonna see how he plays with a Jason Tatum, who's gonna be better next year, a Jaylen Brown, fully healthy Gordon Hayward. So we're gonna see how he adjusts and see if we still seeing this coachable stuff next year, because he's already been in a position where he just chuck it up. You know what I'm saying? And he's done that at a high level, so I'm not disrespecting that, but I think people starting to undersell Kyrie. People starting to underrate him.
Then you gotta go with Mike Conley.
That's a big move. They've been needing a point guard down in Utah. I think he should mesh well with Donovan Mitchell. They haven't had a point guard who can do something nice since they had Gobert down there. Of course, Ricky Rubio was one of the most overrated people coming into that draft. Was that 2012? He was carrying him. Something else is, and even though I said that about Rick Rubio, he's gonna fit good to Phoenix. He's gonna fit good to Phoenix, man, with Aiden, because they didn't need nobody else coming there to score. He distribute pretty good. He play good on ball defense. So you over there for Booker, Aiden. I was shocked at how they gave T.J. Warren to the Pacers for damn near free. They gave up Josh Jackson. Memphis low-key makes some good moves. They gonna build with Jaren Jackson. See, I get talking like I really watch basketball, but this is my fan doing knowledge right here. But they made some nice moves, man.
Houston didn't do nothing.
Houston watched. They said they're gonna try to get Westbrook, but I don't understand that. I couldn't see that at all. And speaking of Westbrook, of course, with the Paul George trade, where you think, because Westbrook's definitely out of there. Where do you think the best fit for him?
Man.
I'm gonna say myself, he ain't gonna like it. New York. You gotta go to New York or Miami. New York, Miami, or even the Spurs.
Chicago.
Nah, they just drafted the point guard. They got a youth movement going too. They ain't about to fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I would say the Spurs. I
Say the
said that
Spurs?
last time we talked.
I would love to see him
Like
because
a Randy Moss
That'd
and
be
Bill
nice.
Belichick.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Because Donovan was a good college coach. He hasn't shown that he can do anything in the NBA. And I think that's why they're going to try to give him a youth movement with people players he can mold to his liking. I was just shocked at how easy they gave up Paul George. Paul George just walked in like, hey man, I don't get traded. Like, all right, good. Where you want to go?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like it's like some bullshit going on.
Then they had like it was Paul George Day, like the same day or the next day that shit happened.
Yeah.
They Oklahoma
That nigga could have waited till the weekend. That nigga could have waited till the weekend.
Hell no.
But I do like how niggas out there take the show of their career though. Just, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just gotta be getting fucked over. Whatever, just getting shipped and fucked over from town to town. One more thing before we move on from the NBA. Who's the best team in LA?
The best team in LA?
Yeah.
They
Take the
saw-
Clippers.
Marcus Cousins just went to Lakers.
I don't know, man. I
Hands
don't
down.
know.
He said hands down.
Hands down.
Okay, let's go position by position.
Bulls.
LeBron gonna run point for Lakers.
You just can't move.
Hold on,
wherever
man.
you
Okay,
want,
let me,
bro.
because
This
I ain't
ain't
saying
NBA
which one.
2K
Hold on.
where you-
I ain't saying one of the best and one ain't, but let's just go LeBron, Danny Green, Kuzma, AD, Cousins, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
You at 6, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just naming the team. I'm not saying that, but even been starting five. Caldwell-Pope, the aforementioned Jared Dudley, Rajon Rondo. I'm leaving. Oh, they just signed fucking Avery Bradley.
That was a good pick.
Hell of a pickup. And I feel like I'm leaving somebody else down. Who would you just who you think as far as the Clippers?
Next year they might be okay. LA Lakers, but this year it's gonna be Clippers. You got Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly. He take Avery Bradley, cancel him out. Plus I get the edge.
Avery Bradley not even gonna start though, so we not even. So that's
they're trying to start him.
Avery Bradley ain't gonna start. They're gonna start Danny Green.
Danny Green.
At point?
No,
Oh, you
LeBron
mean
running
they
point. They already said LeBron's gonna point.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, it's Clippers all day because Beverly gonna agitate LeBron, man. He ain't gonna agitate him.
So you saying Patrick Beverly?
Then when they switch,
Patrick
you just switching right to Paul George or Kawhi. So LeBron's still gonna have to switch again, which is gonna be the other. By the time you switch a fourth time, the shot clock gone. So you gonna have to decide who you gonna go against.
Listen,
Beverly just gonna run you right into the trap. Oh no, this and Doc.
listen.
Doc
Beverly
Rivers prides himself on stopping LeBron.
Beverly, Landry, Shamet, Paul George, Kawhi, and Zubac. That's their starting five.
Zubac
Bench.
right here is a rim.
Zubac, he decent. I wish they could trade. Their bench is Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Maurice Harkless, Jerome Robinson.
30 off the bench.
Listen, Maurice Harkless, Jerome Robinson, and somebody named MFIONDUKABENGELE. He don't even fucking count.
I know they signed.
Hold on, now this is the Lakers men. Kuzma, Kentavious Pope, JaVale McGee, Quinn Cook, and Alex Caruso.
Nobody on that
You crazy.
team wants to do anything
crazy.
other than Kuzma.
You crazy. You crazy. Nigga, you seen Caldwell Pope. He pull up Caldwell Pope's numbers from last year. Pull them up. Pull them up. You talk about fucking Carmelo. This nigga go somewhere and average 20. Caldwell Pope can go somewhere right now and average 20. We already know what JaVale McGee can do with 12 minutes. We've seen him dominate 12 minutes. Quinn Cook, we seen him putting in key numbers at the point for Golden State when Steph went down. They made some good ass fucking signings, man. And at first I was trying to say, but just looking right here, man, my feelings might change towards it next year. But right now, Lakers got the better team on paper. As far as defense, so it's gonna be crazy trying to get past George Beverly, and the other boy, Kawhi.
It's an offensive game. So Beverly can give you 15. He can.
No, he can't.
What?
No, he can't. He's never averaged 15. He's never averaged 15.
What you mean he ain't gonna give you 15 when you gotta overplay Kawhi?
He
and
definitely
Paul
won't give you.
George?
He definitely won't give you 15. He could
And
get
these
15.
are wings where
He couldn't get 15 on the bad team. He can't shoot. He don't go to the hole and get buckets. What can he do? What can he do?
Sheesh.
Exactly what you just said. He
He
can
saw
get
it look
to the
70
rim.
and shit.
Like the advantage is gonna be his because you gotta help over.
He got some good ass D, so I ain't gonna play him like bum. But you said it's all offensive game. It's like he's a younger, less. He's a younger, worse version of Rajon Rondo. And he shoot pretty good from three. He shoot the three ball, but his field goal percent is fucking 40. He shoot 41% from the field his whole career, nigga. I'm not gonna talk about no fucking
Beverly?
Beverly. Yeah,
That's not bad, is it?
41% from the field.
That's not bad.
Okay.
I mean, 50 would be nice.
No,
60
I
would be
mean, not
great,
even 50,
but-
but at least 45.
Come on, man.
It's not like he out here taking jump shots. This nigga hitting 4 out of 10 layups.
Who was running with him on the Clippers to allow him to have the space to get better? KCP got the same field goal percentage. What we talking about?
Who you think take more shots? I mean, it's so many variables you got to add into that. You got to add variables in that. Who would you rather have taking shots, KCP or Patrick
Neither,
Beverly?
man. That's what I'm saying. They can't see.
You never even watched KCP play though.
No, I'm not saying he's bad, but we talk about next year.
You know, I
Best
mean,
team.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you wrong, but I'll just.
Well, I'm
think that,
saying I'm
like,
right. I won't go on the record and say that here and there. 'Cause I like Lakers better than Clippers, but these boys.
I'm not even talking about liking shit. I'm just talking about if you was coaching the team, what team would you want to coach?
Clippers.
You would.
Only because they got the two wings. That's
So what would you do? Like, okay, let's start the wings. What they gonna do with AD?
That's the only thing I'm sitting over here thinking about
or,
right now. 'Cause I don't
or
know.
healthy Cousins.
Zubac.
Because Cousins' fall has been his health.
Had said
He's never
before-
been predicated off athletic ability or fast first steps like Carmelo.
I had said before that I thought the Clippers should have went and got somebody else, like Cousins, or somebody for the front line. But I don't know Zubac. People say
He
he's
can
decent.
hoop. I ain't gonna front. He
I
can
don't
hoop. I ain't gonna front. He can hoop. I was disappointed when the Lakers traded him, but he's not DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins at peak. He's one of the best players in the NBA.
I think the Lakers
regardless
going to
of
go back
position.
to low post
He
basketball.
only did a 1 year deal.
Dominate the league that way.
Yeah, I mean that's the only they ain't got the get up and go team. Let's talk about some other things. Y'all fuck with Snowfall. You fuck with Snowfall.
I need to. You can tell me to watch that shit. I don't even watch
You
it.
never fuck with it.
Oh yeah, I always like it.
That's
I'm
right.
waiting on
Season 3 kicks off tomorrow.
Oh, it's only 3 seasons right now?
Yeah.
So it ain't too deep.
But listen, go binge watch, call off sick tomorrow so you can go with us next Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, Snowfall easily to me, since it came out, it's been one of the top 2 shows on TV.
What is it on?
FX. The only other show that competes with it to me is ATL, Atlanta. They're the only 2 shows that's in the running as far as my taste goes as the best shows on TV. This season 3. It'll be the first season. I'm sure they finished filming before the untimely passing of John Singleton. It's a show that was created by him with ideas he stole from Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross. Fantastic show, fantastic script, acting. The show's A1. It has been in the first 2 seasons. I can't wait to see the growth of these characters. I haven't seen any bad acting on this show. Have you? Have you seen a bad episode?
Not yet.
It's a good ass show, man. So I'm definitely excited to see it tomorrow. It's funny though. I was checking out Rick Ross on a Vlad interview. Now, mind you, John Singleton's, as far as Rick Ross is concerned, stole the whole concept of Snowfall from his life story. They was asking him how he felt about the passing of John Singleton. Let's just say he didn't give a fuck. He stole my money. You know what I'm saying? He definitely didn't change that. It's an unfortunate passing. He left a legacy with great work behind it. This could very well be his magnum opus, his greatest presentation. Of course, we all love Boys in the Hood. And even for just one movie, the characters had layers. There was a lot of good characters on there, but Snowfall for me is one of my favorite TV shows ever, and only its second season. And I'm looking forward for the third season being equally as good as the other two. And at least I hope so. Power. We've also entered the final season of Power. When did that kick off? August the 2nd or some shit? August the 20th? When did it kick off? Nobody knows.
I stopped watching Power.
You didn't read?
After he killed this girl, then he started messing with Lala.
You quit that long ago?
And then the hair salon went down and some stuff like that. Because he had got back out of prison. I thought it was it. She had, the old girl that had helped him get off or something. She
That's what I think
purged
I was
herself.
depending on you to have good TV conversation.
I said, oh, this is it. He out. She did what a girl's supposed to do. What else was there?
You knew the goddamn show was still going.
Yeah, but factually, I'm like, look, his daughter's dead. He didn't get locked
So
up.
you watched
After
him
being
too.
locked up.
You
Like,
saw Raina got killed.
yeah.
So did you watch the following season? Did you watch last season?
Nah, probably not.
Cause you talking about Raina got killed, so you didn't see when that. So is Kanan still alive in your life?
Oh yeah, Kane is still running around.
Okay. Well, you didn't see last season.
Yeah, 50. I heard 50, but nah.
Listen.
Y'all don't kill 50 Cent on
Listen, I must say, Power is a TV show that it's the best worst show I've ever seen in my life.
They can't change with the fans' opinions.
It's the best worst show ever.
That's all they really did.
It's a good ass soap. It's a good ass soap. But I must say, when Kanan got killed, that was one of the best scenes I ever seen in TV history. I mean, it seems so authentic, the acting and shit, the realization that Michael played him. What's that his name on here? What's his? What the fuck? I'm calling the nigga Michael like he's Michael off The Wire. What's Ghost's son name? She be in the motherfucking game, Ghost. Tyreek. Yeah, Tyreek. The way the realization is odd that Tyreek played him, man. It looks so real. Wherever this show, you gotta pull it up on YouTube and look at that shit, man. It's just that episode right there, that scene in particular, man. That I was like, damn, if the rest of the show could be this good. But even with that said, I'm definitely looking to this final season. 50 hinted at the fact that this might not be the final season. I hope that's a lie. He gave up on rap. He should also give up on this show. Like he had good moments, nigga, but it's done. There's nowhere else these characters can go. I actually think that it's staying around a season too long. But I guess it's better quit too late than too soon in some aspects. I want to see how it's gonna culminate between him and Tommy. This is definitely Ghost is probably the worst. I don't know if he's the protagonist or antagonist. It depends on whatever situation he's in. But he's one of the worst fucking characters I've ever seen in TV history. He's embarrassing as a black man. He really left little thick Tasha for that old ass white lady. I was done with him then. He's crushed over that old ass DA. Angela is one of the most unattractive leading ladies I've ever seen in an urban TV show.
Damn,
What do you think of her, son? You think she's attractive?
She looks alright.
pass the ball.
But we talked about this before. I said she.
I was hoping you changed.
She looked. See, you gotta get me to waver.
Man,
Nah.
I like I pull it over there as a white lady and shit when you say this too. Go ahead.
Yes.
Angie.
When she first got on the show, I think they portrayed her to be a lot more glamorous than what she turned into. But I think they picked a mature. They wanted somebody who looked worn, stressed. You know, that
Wait a minute, wait. She look what?
worn and stressed.
Who
like
want a
worn
worn?
out.
Who want a worn out bitch who like life just getting the best of her? Bitch got a tough case every damn day.
Almost like the real life situations, the ones that been holding you down. They look like they been through some shit.
This
you
bitch
know?
like she drink coffee and smoke. Matter of fact, this bitch like she drinks
Hey,
cigarettes
pull
and
it up,
smoke
man.
coffee.
I don't think she that bad. But
Man,
I
look,
hear
but I
you.
don't know if that's what.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
what the makeup for the movies.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just not into the old white man look. Like that's not. Could you imagine waking up to that shit? And she shedding.
What you mean shedding?
The white girls, though, you see when black girls get weave out of weave here with? That's how white girls here be. You think this is attractive? I mean, you gotta imagine that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You gotta realize.
I did like that dress.
I don't know, man. I don't want to tear it down because it's all about women empowerment.
Looked like a nice Tomb Raider to me, type of.
Man, look, you take that
I
fucking
would
makeup
too,
off. What you say?
I said what?
She like an old man though. But anyway, my whole thing is Jamie St. Patrick's a sucker. I can't believe he like that. This my last one. If you can get through that, you can get through anything. You can beat AIDS, you can beat that. If you hit her, you can get through AIDS, you can walk through AIDS. Let me see your leg notes. Anyway, man, I mean, you like what you like. Okay, change. You shit, I ain't gonna try. But just as far as character standpoints, I want to see what's gonna happen with his and Tommy relationship. One of them got a dog. But I guarantee you. Let's take bets. Ghost gonna die this season. What y'all think? Y'all think Ghost gonna die?
Hell yeah, he gonna run out dramatic like that. Cause then he'll probably
him or Tommy ain't getting out
this
this
shit.
shit. Somebody
Up on little dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then they got Rodamy. What's that? Rodamy? What's his name? Nigga, he in jail. He in the witness protection, I think.
My Ghost gonna survive.
Think so?
You gonna get back with old girl
Tasha.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna die because I mean this is a show that's predicated on
Angie.
surprises. Angie already got shot. They ain't nothing make this bitch suffer 2 times.
They gotta be something crazy, man. You know you can't.
Either that or Tasha's gonna die. Angie's not gonna
Tasha
die.
ain't gonna die. They not trying to offend the black constituents.
That's too
They ain't trying to fuck with the strong black
know,
woman
that's-
fan base. A lot of the most pointless non-acting motherfucker.
Come on, tell me.
She can't act for shit, man.
Yeah, she like.
She can't act for shit. Now she done turned to a gangster. Y'all seen the promos? She turned to a gangster and shit. We ain't fucking with ghosts.
50 Cent messing
Oh
with her.
yeah.
I guarantee 50 hit. I don't even want to be that gossip ass nigga.
You just did. I'm gonna finish
You
this
dragged me.
thing.
Well, let's hear, bitch.
Yeah, we finally made it to the shade room.
Yeah, on everything. But no, man, 50 fucking with her. He out here posting like she hit at the casino and shit. He posting that kind of shit.
He funny, man.
That's some goofy shit.
Yeah, that dude's crazy.
Yeah, that's some goofy shit. I like 50 Cent for the most part, but he should have been there and got shot in the face. He should have been there. I don't know how nigga run around talking like that and shit, fucking with people. I mean, I don't know, because everybody got money. There's some people he fucking with. I guess they just ain't about their life. He know who he fucking with.
Yeah.
Anything y'all saying closing?
Shit, man. So, you know, the crew back, man, that shit went by fast as hell. Remember the downtime, nigga? Done already. Shit, just getting started in this motherfucker. Nah, man, shit, make sure y'all check out, man, all the latest episodes, man, our past 3 guests. Thank y'all for stopping by, man. We'll have more future opportunities for people to come by, guest hosts, and share your craft or you know, you selling something, whatever, man, you got going on in your business. Be able to stop through, man. We thank our past guests, the Pilots Lady, Joe Talks Period, and Nicholas Neptune.
Who the fuck?
Talking that money, talking. So Nicholas Neptune.
He had that turned up.
Pool party.
Pool party.
How was that?
You was there? Oh, they said that motherfucker was fat. Then they be charging in them pool parties.
I'm trying to go to the next one.
Man, we gonna have to go shoot a movie in that motherfucker.
I definitely want
That's
that.
what he wanted me to do, but I ain't.
Record.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah, we gonna pay you.
You know. I mean, I
Yeah.
caught that nigga Nicholas when he was talking
Yeah.
about that, so. You feel me? Yeah, so. Yeah, man.
What up, Asad?
Man, we're gonna get back on the road here next few weeks, whatever. Trying to go out and see some things, man. That way I can bring back some perspective to the people, the good people that did that. I travel. I don't know if that's been, talked about enough on here.
With your job, nigga. Yeah, with
my
your job.
man. Each other. Nah, we're just traveling, just trying to live and stay interested with life, man. Mental health's a real issue in the black community, and I feel like one of the reasons is we don't know how to adapt to this changing world. We'll get into that more.
Hey, I thought you had something deep to say there.
It was deep, but I'm going to leave a cliffhanger right there.
Asad gonna kill himself if you don't get on the plane. If I don't go on vacation. No, we definitely gonna get it cracking, man. Episode 100 coming up. We're gonna try to find a venue or somewhere to shoot at. I don't know the exact layout we're gonna have.
The pool party now.
If what?
Do it
A
like
lot of motherfuckers will come out with some shit like that.
What, mental health?
Talk about some shit like that.
Mental health.
Yeah.
I'll just tell them to read the scriptures.
mental health.
I ain't trying to hear that goddamn
legalization.
that goddamn that trendy shit.
Financial
Mental
security.
health has become
We
the
should
most
have a big
trendy
old
shit
workshop.
ever.
The
If you look at,
Nobody is hosting a workshop for
I ain't
mental
hear no
health
smoke kill themselves.
in the black community.
They be scaring us with numbers that we ain't seen none of the numbers.
We're
Like
gonna
we
have
all, I done somebody kill
community
themselves,
event.
not every day.
I mean, but yeah, I do, right, but no, yeah, that shit ain't even.
That's all on to something though. We over here overshadowing this conversation, but he on to something. He on to
Really
something.
dead serious.
I'm dead serious with you, nigga. I hear you. I hear you. Then you go off for 3 weeks.
No. You have a back to school event. That's what we need.
We're gonna talk about all that off here.
There you go.
But another fantastic show, the best podcast you never heard of. Thanks to everybody for tuning in again. Want to send our shout outs, our condolences to the families of people who lost somebody today. Shout out to Corey again, his loss of his mother. Shout out to T-Lo and his family. Safe travels to both of them. And we'll be back with y'all next week.
The Conceited Knowbody. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m.